Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and it is time for the 72 Hours in Smut Den Readathon. Okay, so it's not actually time for the readathon yet. It starts at 6 p.m. my time tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I want to spin the wheel, my light romance wheel, before 6 o'clock so I can start reading exactly at 6 p.m. when the readathon starts. I'm so excited to see what prompt we will get, what book I will choose, and you are coming along with me for the whole weekend. So I hope you enjoy this reading vlog. And this is my first ever 72-hour readathon. I did Becca's Bookoplathon 48-hour readathon about a year ago, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. There's a lot of other events going on this weekend for me, and you will join me for the weekend. So let's do this. I am gonna record my screen. Sure, Becca. Record it. You know what? We're not gonna do the screen recording because I have my laptop here and I can just show you. So here it is, the light wheel, and we're gonna spin it. And I'm nervous all of a sudden. Okay, here we go. My volume isn't even up. There is no volume. +3 word title. I'm referring to my TBR video that I made and put out yesterday. So I say that if I spin this prompt, I will read Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, but I have since chosen that for June. Spoiler, well, actually, you'll have seen my June TBR already, so I can't pick that one. So what are my other options? Okay, other options are Meet Me in the Margins by Melissa Ferguson or Twice in a Blue Moon, also by Christina Lauren. To be honest, I am going to pick the shortest audiobook. Okay, so I will jump back on here in a little bit at 6 p.m. my time and tell you what I am starting. Haha, just kidding. 2 seconds later, I looked at my Scribd account. That's my dog's tail. I looked at my Scribd account, and Twice in a Blue Moon is not on audio on Scribd. It is only the ebook version. So I'm not going to choose that one. So then I went to Meet Me in the Margins. It's only a 7-hour audiobook, which at 2 times the speed, I could listen in 3.5 hours. That's a very enticing option. However, then I saw Hook, Line, and Sinker, which is the second in the Tessa Bailey series called something. It Happened One Summer is the first one, and I loved It Happened One Summer. It was kind of a romance similar to Schitt's Creek, and I loved it, and I remember it as being pretty steamy. That one's a 10-hour audiobook, 5 hours at 2 times the speed, so I'm maybe wanting to do that one, plus it would help with finishing up a series. I think there's only going to be 2 by Tessa Bailey for this series. Who knows, maybe more. So I can't decide. I'm going to think about it for the day. It's only lunchtime right now, and at 6 p.m. or 5:55, I will come back and tell you which book I decided on. Mabel, are you loving that pizza roll, honey? Yes. The countdown is on. T-minus 15 minutes until the readathon starts, and I've decided to read Hook, Line, and Sinker. Just because I'm not so sure how steamy Christina Lauren's books can be. So when I saw Hook, Line, and Sinker was on there, I really wanted to read that. Side note, Scribd does have the audiobook of Twice in a Blue Moon, but I'm excited to read Hook, Line, and Sinker, the second in the Bellinger Sisters series. So we're outside playing. Mabel's eating a pizza roll while she swings. Theodore's playing on our playground. Probably show some clips of them, but once it hits 6, I'm gonna start Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. Oh, gentle, gentle. Hello. Are you a puppy? And we need to do something about this. That's much better. Nice. Very efficient. You're silly. Oh!
Okay.
Hello, hello, everyone. I'm in my comfy clothes. The kids are asleep. It is 9:15, so we're about 3 hours into the readathon. And I am about 50% of the way through Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. This one, if you've read It Happened One Summer, we follow Piper's sister, Hannah, and her relationship, love affair with, what's his name? I had to look it up. How terrible is that? His name is Fox. And Fox works on the boat with Brendan, who's the love interest of Piper. Anyway, Fox is the resident bad boy. He is known for his sexual conquests. And Hannah is back in town. They have had this friendship over text, but haven't seen each other for like 7 months. And now, for some odd reason, she's back in town and staying in his apartment with him. And there's a lot of sexual tension, and Brendan, the friend of Fox, is like, no way, you can't sleep with her. This is a sister code thing, you can't do it. So he's trying really hard not to, but at about 45% of the way through, there was a very steamy thing that happened, and we'll just leave it at that. I think that in the end, Hannah will change his ways and he won't be kind of a playboy. He will decide that he just wants Hannah and will be with her forever, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I am going to work on this puzzle. I got this puzzle from the library, and it's a cute little bookish puzzle. I have some of the border done, and it's a goal of mine just for the rest of the evening, which won't be too much longer because my husband and I like to go to bed by 10-ish on a school night. I'm going to try to get the border done and listen to more of Hook, Line, and Sinker. Here is the progress for the night. I got the border completely done and kind of like put some things in the areas. Like this is a tree, a fruit tree. This is the curious incident of the dog in the nighttime. Found the color purple up here. I found a Harry Potter book there. And also was working on Life of Pi, kind of. So, oh, and these little strawberries. So all over the place, but I love puzzles like this, where you can just look at a piece and pick exactly where it goes in the puzzle. That's my favorite. Easy. All right, we are heading to bed. Oh, I should tell you how far I am in the book. I'm 58% of the way through Hook, Line, and Sinker, and I'm going to listen to it a bit before I fall asleep. Yeah, definitely should be able to finish it tomorrow. It's a good listen. There is a lot more emotion coming out now with the relationship. It's not just all steam. And we kind of get the backstory as to why Fox is this playboy. So that's good. It's always fun to hear people's backstories. Anyway, I'm going to bed. I will see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. How could I not update you from the lake this morning? It's gorgeous. Anyway, this is what I look like when I first wake up at 5 or 5:30 in the morning. I've been trying to wake up at 5, but it was 5:30 this morning. Anyway, if you don't know, I've been training for a 5K, and I'm running a 5K tomorrow morning. But my program, my Couch to 5K program, says rest the day before. So I'm taking the doggies on a walk by the lake, and it's gorgeous this morning. And I already started picking back up where I left off with Hook, Line, and Sinker last night. So I got to 3/4 of the way. 73% yesterday. And now I'm reading, and yep, it was a good book to pick for the smut time. We should just say that. Now the dogs are fighting. Sorry about that. Anyway. Doggies. Doggies. We just got all the dogs riled up in the neighborhood. Fun. Anyway, I've got to work today, but we'll see how much I can read during work. I've got a lot of administrative stuff to do. Bulletins, stuff, newsletters. It's the end of the month, so I have June newsletters going out. Getting the PowerPoint ready for worship. So I should be able to listen. I want to make sure that I'm present in my work, though, of course. Let's see. We're heading to my parents tonight so that we can go to the run tomorrow together. But yeah, it should be a good day. I'm excited to see what the wheel has next for me, but I will finish hook, line, and sinker first and finish this walk with my doggies. Can you say good morning? Say good morning. That is not good morning. The kids are having a banana snack in the car. On our way to daycare. Mabel, can you say hi? Look. Wow, look at that big excavator. So, it is now time to head home for lunch, but I wanted to tell you that this morning, while I was printing and folding bulletins, I was able to finish Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. I think I'm going to end up giving it 4 stars. I'm debating between 3.5 and 4. I really, really enjoyed my time, and I think that that's what I want to base my ratings off of nowadays, like just pure enjoyment, because I had a good time, and I was able to listen to it fast. I was up late last night wanting to listen to it, so I think that counts. Anyway, it was a good read. I think that our main male character dealt with toxic masculinity and was kind of forced into this playboy character because of who his father was, and then had to continue that on, and so he felt like he was never worthy to be in a relationship, especially with Hannah, who he loved deeply. And so I felt like it was a nice look at toxic masculinity and how men are just supposed to be this being who craves sex, and it's like it's not always the case. So anyway, really enjoyed that one. Then I spun the wheel again and I landed on blue cover. And I kind of hinted at this in my pile of possibilities TBR video that I put up on Wednesday, that any prompt that I could work toward Below Zero by Ali Hazelwood, I was going to do. So I am about to start Below Zero. Someone's walking by. So on my lunch break now, I'm going to start listening to Below Zero. I think we follow the third friend in this group. In the first book, we followed Mara. Second book, we followed Sadie. And now we're following the third. And I think that she lives in some Scandinavian country, like isolated from everybody. At least that's what I've gotten from the first 2 novellas. So I'm gonna go home and get some lunch and read Below Zero. Theodore, what are you gonna do? Get your hair cut by the hairdresser Grandma. Does it tickle a little bit? You're being so good, buddy. Here. Hello. It has been a long time since I have updated you. So, after lunch, I finished Below Zero by Ali Hazelwood. And this was maybe my least favorite Ali Hazelwood I've read. This one follows Hannah, which is weird because Hook, Line, and Sinker was about Hannah. And what's the guy's name? Ian. I'm obviously very good at names. And they both work for NASA designing like rovers for Mars. So that's really cool. However, I just don't think I connected as much with Hannah as a character. She was very insecure about being in relationships and felt like she wasn't worthy enough, and so she just basically was what Fox was in Hook, Line, and Sinker. Oddly enough, she just liked to have one-night stands and never wanted anything more, or even to go to dinner with a boy. So I don't know, it was a kind of fun story, but also the shortest of the novellas, and so I think there just wasn't enough development, and yeah, just not my favorite. So then I spun the wheel, and I got 3+ word title again. And I went back and looked at the rules, and you can do 3 respins. And so I decided to take my first respin, and on the second time around for the next book, I got Object on the cover. And the only one that I really, really wanted to read that has an object on the cover, the objects are little pool floaties, and that is Happy Place by Emily Henry. That book I do not have an audiobook of. So I decided that that would be my next physical read. I'm going to start it tonight before I go to bed. I always like to read physically before bed. So then I needed another book to start on audio, so I spun again. Maybe I'm cheating, but you know what? I was listening to some sprints from these ladies who are hosting the Smut READATHON, and they were like, we love to cheat. We love to just bend the rules a little bit. So I spun again for an audiobook, and this one was couple on the cover. And again, stretching the rules a little bit with couple on the cover, because my copy of Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola just has one female on the cover, her profile kind of. But the audio and like the newer version has a couple on the cover. Kiki and Malachi, I think his name is. So I'm counting that as couple on the cover. And I started listening to Honey and Spice. It is about Kiki, our main female character, and she has this like radio show on a college campus. And she wants to major in communications and wants to focus kind of on the arts. So I have just gotten like 4 chapters in, and she is being tasked by her mentor at the school, who's also one of her professors, to grow her radio show, her podcast, a little bit more so that she can be entered into this program, or recommended for this program. It would be at NYU, I think. But it also seems like she's going to have to work with someone to better her radio show, and this someone is Malachi, who is kind of the new boy on the campus, and everybody thinks that he's a playboy. So I think some sort of fake dating is going to happen, possibly, with Malachi and Kiki, but I'm excited to keep reading. So, started reading Honey and Spice, going to start reading Happy Place, and we've done a lot since the end of the workday. We picked up the kids and drove to my parents' house. We're staying here tonight. Obviously, this is a different background, one that maybe you haven't seen before, but we're staying at my parents' place tonight because early tomorrow morning we are heading to Minneapolis to get to my 5K. My race is on the Minnesota State Fairgrounds tomorrow morning, and my parents are coming. Willie's parents are coming. It's a big to-do. I'm excited and a little nervous, but it should be good. So it's 7:49, so we are like officially 24 hours into the readathon. I finished 2 books. I feel like that's a really great start. And I've started another, going to start a 4th. So it's amazing. I mean, that's normally what I do in a week, read 2 books. And some people don't even read 2 books in a year, so I'm doing great. Anyway, tonight, Mabel is already in bed. Theodore is cuddled up on the couch with Grandpa watching Tarzan, and he got a haircut. He did really good with his haircut. Grandma did some, I did some, and he looks really good for an at-home haircut. So yeah, now he's just gonna watch Tarzan. I might go sit down there and try to listen to Honey and Spice a little bit, or maybe read Happy Place, who knows. But yeah, that's where we're at. So thanks for sticking through that long rant. But yeah, we'll talk to you in a bit.
I'm just showing I'm watching Tarzan.
Okay. Hello everyone. It is Saturday morning and we're at the fair. Hey everybody. Here we go. So I did it. I ran my 5K this morning. This morning was kind of crazy. We got up super early, left my parents' house around 7, got to the fairgrounds at 8. The race started at 9, and then there was a free breakfast sandwich and milk to get because this was a milk run. Here, I can show you the t-shirt I got. Milk run. Has this cute cow running on it. Count the entries as they race past your eyes. Past your eyes. Anyway, yeah, so I am really proud of myself. I finished the race in 35 minutes exactly, and so I did it. That was one of my goals for the year, to do a couch to 5K. So I did it. Oh, Mabel. Mabel's just walking around like a cutie. Anyway, then there was this fun fair event, kickoff to the summer, where there was food and entertainment and just you got to walk around the fairgrounds, and so we did all of that.
Very safe. It's almost light as a feather.
You like this up? You found another one? Good job.
Now get ready to experience one of the best rides here at the fair. Please use caution while climbing the
I'm seeing CJ.
Oh, he's good. Daddy, what's his name? This is Theophilus. Hello, Theo.
Theo, my name is Rocket. Can we do a picture with Daddy? Can you give me 5? Is that Mommy over there? Let's look at Mommy, Theo.
By about 2 o'clock, my kids were exhausted and we needed to get home and let them rest a little bit on the way home. So now we're back at my folks' house and I have this shirt on that says my weekend is all booked. So I hope they catch my hint that I want to read. Actually, during my 5K, I listened to Honey and Spice. That's what I do on my runs, listen to books. So it felt a little goofy running around a bunch of people listening to Honey and Spice. But Kiki and Malachi have now met and had their first kiss. And Kiki thought that that would look bad for her reputation, kissing this bad boy, this playboy. And so I think this fake dating relationship will start from that. So I'm gonna go down and sit on the couch near my family, but hopefully just read.
Yay!
Hello, we are back home. I listened to a lot of this on the way home, Honey and Spice, and I'm about 50% of the way through. And now the children are in bed. My husband has to practice some organ for worship tomorrow. And so I am going to sit and do my puzzle and listen to some more Honey and Spice. Should be a good evening. Just a couple of quick updates before I head to bed on this Saturday evening. I am so close to finishing. I think my audiobook says less than an hour left. But it's probably like, I don't know, 50 pages. Sorry, my dog is scratching herself. And then here's a puzzle update. I got really far this evening. I've got the reader almost completed. I've got this fruit tree. Yeah, I've got a lot done. So I'm excited for this progress. Anyway, it was a long day and we are ready for bed. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. Good morning. Where are we going?
Grandma.
We are not going to Grandma's. Where are we going?
Grandma.
No, where are we going?
To Grandma.
Well, Theodore's convinced we're going to Grandma's. We're on our way to church. Right, William?
Right.
What are you doing this morning at church?
Playing organ.
Woohoo.
Yeah,
Our organist is gone this week, so Willie is playing for her. Anyway, I will update you on reading because some exciting things have happened. I'll update you at church because we're getting there early. Hi, Mabel. Jeez. Hi, Mabel. I know, I want to see her. Whee! Good job! Good morning. We are out on the playground outside of church before the service actually starts and wanted to update you. Last night I got to like 90% of the way through Honey and Spice. So this morning I quickly finished it and I really liked it. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. This one we follow Kiki and Malachi. They fake date basically to better their reputations at their college. Good job, Theo. You're gonna catch Mabel? Oh boy, Mabel's gonna go down this swing. Let's see. Or this slide, I mean. Are you gonna come down? That's a pretty big one. And of course, like any fake dating situation, which I don't get why there's so many fake dating books because that doesn't actually happen. Get his butt. It doesn't happen in real life, right? Anyway, this is probably the funniest clip you've seen all day. Theo, I don't think we can make it. Let me just finish this and then I'll help you, okay? Anyway, hi, May. Mabel, do you want to come down? Anyway, really enjoyed it, but just not like top tier romance, I guess. I don't know how to explain why I'm only giving it 4 stars, because it just feels like it. Okay, so I still have my object on the cover book that I'm reading, Happy Place. I got about 10 pages into it. Set a timer for 5 minutes. I will do that. I got about 10 pages in on, what night was that? Friday night? But I was too sleepy and wanted to get... I will, buddy. And wanted to get as much sleep as I could before my run. So whenever I have time to physically read today, I will read Happy Place. But I did spin again, and I got wild. So I just decided to pick the shortest audiobook on my Scribd app, which is Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. This is like a 7-hour audiobook. If I can get it at 2 times the speed, 3.5 hours. I've got to run some errands this afternoon, which I could hopefully listen to while I do that. So let's hope I can get another book completed in this 72 hours. So I'm out running some errands, but on my drive here, I almost fell asleep. So I went and got coffee. Oh look, my full name. I got an iced caramel crafted press. I'm gonna sit here and read for a little bit while I let that hit my system before I go into Sam's Club. All right, before I head into Sam's Club to run my errands, get groceries, I'm going to let you know how reading is going. So I started Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating this morning. This is for my wild spin. And in this one, we follow Hazel, who is a 3rd grade teacher. And she is best friends with this girl named Emily, I believe her name is. And Emily just so happens to have a brother who Hazel had a huge crush on in college, named Josh. And they reunite, and Hazel decides that they are really compatible as friends. She says there's no romantic connection there, but they want to be friends. And so eventually her apartment floods and she has to live somewhere. So Emily's like, yeah, I'll live with my brother Josh. So they're now living together, forced proximity, but they are trying to hook each other up with someone else. So they're on a double date right now at a trivia bar, and they decide to be on a team together because they think that they could actually win together because they're both smart. Anyway, that's Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. As far as Happy Place goes, I am about 40 pages in. Is that true? Yeah, 40 pages in, and we are following Harriet and her 2 friends, Sabrina and Cleo are their names. They've been friends since college. They were matched to be roommates at their college, and they all started getting significant others as they grew older, and they all summered together, or at least had a summer vacation in Maine somewhere at this lobster fest. I don't know. One of the gals, I think Sabrina's family, has a cabin there, so they always go there for the summer with their significant others. But this year, she's going by herself without her boyfriend, Win, or fiance, Win. But when she gets there, surprise, Win is there, but she hasn't told anyone that they are no longer together. So now they're forced to be together for this weekend at least, because some other event is going on that they have to be there for, and I assume they're going to pretend to be together. Now we're getting the backstory. It just jumped back in time. So I think we're going to have 2 different timelines as to how Harriet and Win started dating, and then now current timeline as to what broke them apart and possibly this fake dating coming back together in their relationship. Anyway, I gotta go in, get some groceries. It's gonna be a big Sam's haul today. I've got a crazy list of things to get, plus maybe some fun things to do, or to get also for the kids and me. So let's go. All right, here is the haul from Sam's Club. We got hot dog buns, a bunch of fruit, applesauce. Our kids like to put these in little reusable pouches as of recently. Spring mix, peppers, rotisserie chicken. This week I'm planning on having salads with chicken, shredded chicken on top of it. So that's for this week. I got these shakes. I'm gonna try these out. My parents really like them, but I recently saw Amy from A-Star Reads. She puts like banana and strawberry in with them and blend them up, and I thought that sounded yummy. So I wanna try that out. I got some spaghetti sauce, coffee for Willie, High Nut Cheerios, rice. We got Mabel some cute little sandals. I got some linen pants. I thought I could try these out. I usually wear pants to work, but linen pants would be nice for summer. Yeah, we got some awesome fruit. We got some wipes. We got water softener salt. This is probably the best item right here. Last summer, we used a pool, just like a little plastic pool in our backyard, and it broke, right? It got a crack in it.
It had a crack in it last summer.
We used it with duct tape. So I found this, and Theodore loved to like jump into the pool last summer, and so I thought this would be really, really fun for both Theo and Mabel and friends. And then we've got, look at that, Theo. And then we've got our fridge. Can you help me? Stuff. We got some crescent rolls. This is just milk, 1 gallon of whole milk and 2 gallons of 1%. Okay, buddy. Can I open this, please? Can you jump off? Jump.
I got your hand.
I got your hand. Whoa! Oh. He sucker punched me. So I got some strawberries, like I said, to go in those shakes.
Mommy.
We needed butter. So I got butter. We got waffles, Theo, for Theodore. He loves waffles. Waffles. We got DiGiorno pizza. And we got chicken breasts. Ooh, it's a 10-pound bag of boneless chicken breasts. You want to help me get it? Oh! Good job, buddy. So that's our haul from Sam's Club. Give me a thumbs up, Theo. Oh, knuckles. Nice. I also was able to listen to quite a bit of Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. I have like a half hour left, and it is 3:45, which means I have like 2 hours and 15 minutes left of the 72-hour readathon. Theodore just wants to eat all of the food that's on the counter now. Okay, so I gotta go put all these groceries away, and then I think we're gonna blow up the pool and swim. Yeah, swim the water can heat up. All right, let's see how much I can read in 2 more hours. Everyone, the 72 hours in the Smut Den is officially over, and I just wanted to do a quick recap with you as to what I read and what I accomplished over the 72 hours. So I first read Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey for a 3+ word title. Then I spun the prompt blue cover, and I read Below Zero by Allie Hazelwood, which is the 3rd book in the STEMnist novella collection. Next, I got Object on the Cover, and I chose Happy Place by Emily Henry. I am still actively reading this one. I'm about 60 pages into it and plan to continue this after the readathon is over, obviously. Then I spun Couple on the Cover, and for that I read Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. And lastly, I got the Wild prompt, and I read Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. Which, did I tell you that I finished that? I did indeed finish Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. I ended up giving it 4 stars. There was a trope at the end that I'm not so certain that I love, but I still really enjoyed it. I always love Christina Lauren's works. So, if I can remember, Hook, Line, and Sinker was a 4-star, Below Zero was a 3-star, Honey and Spice was a 4-star, and Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating was a 4-star. So 3 4 stars, 1 3-star, and I'm still in the middle of this one. So I finished 4 books and I'm 60 pages into a 5th book. That is a very successful 72 hours, especially considering I spent time at my mom and dad's house, had to take care of kids, spend time with my husband, and ran a 5K. So great weekend. Lots accomplished, and I had so much fun in Smut Den. So thanks to all the hosts for hosting this fun readathon. I look forward to reading more romance in the future, but for now, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.